Greetings. My name is Dr. Mohammed Haseebullah. I represent Aspirate Consultants and BookMyMBBS.com. The reason I'm addressing you is because of this Ukraine crisis. Our heart goes out, our blessings goes out, our prayers goes out for the 2 children who have died in Ukraine because of the Russian-Ukraine war. We are also sympathetic and pray to the Almighty that the remaining students who are stranded there are evacuated, as the Indian government is doing a fabulous job in trying to evacuate them. Having said that, I was really surprised by the statements made by several people that why should students go abroad to study MBBS. The worst part is, one of the Union Minister, Mr. Prahlad Joshi, has said, and quote unquote, because the students, Indian students, cannot qualify the Indian NEET exams, hence they are going abroad. Now this is a fallacy which I want to clear. As per the Medical Council of India, which has now become National Commission for Medicine, no students, whether studying in India or abroad, can do MBBS without qualifying NEET. In other words, the Union Minister's statement or the statement of others saying that Indians who do not qualify for NEET go abroad for study is absolutely wrong. All students being sent to China, to Kazakhstan, to Georgia, Azerbaijan, Ukraine, Russia and other Eastern European countries have to be NEET qualified and get excellent score intermediate to get admission abroad. So that is one. Number 2, why do students go to European countries? Normally, a majority of them come from lower middle class families. Also, in several cases, well-to-do family students also go for studies to Eastern European countries, which includes Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Georgia, as I said, plus to China. We have been sending students to China and Eastern Europe for the past 16 years. I have witnessed that students have secured 97 to 98% marks in intermediate, who have qualified NEET with a score of 300 to 400. The minimum scoring marks for NEET out of 720 is just 130 marks. But students who have secured more than 90% in intermediate and secured 300 to 400 marks in NEET exam, but much above the minimum qualifying marks, have preferred to go to European countries and abroad to do the MBBS so that they can pursue their dreams. In India, the reality is something different. The total number of seats throughout India is 80,000. Government and non-government colleges, 80,000 seats. The number of students who write NEET exams are 16 lakhs to 17 lakhs students who write the NEET exams, out of which around 8 to 9 lakh students qualify to NEET exam. That's an answer to Mr. Prahlad Joshi. 8 to 9 lakhs qualify the NEET exam, that is, they are eligible for admission into MBBS. But unfortunately, there are 80,000 total number of seats throughout India for students who have qualified to get admission in MBBS, which is 6 to 7 lakhs or 8 lakh students. Now, out of this 80,000, there are reservations for different categories, including EWS. So total number of reservations is 37%. So in other words, the open category students to apply for MBBS in India is just 50,000 seats. And then there is a question of local and non-local. That is, in Telangana, only Telangana's people can take admission. Only 15% of Telangana's seats are contributed to the central pool. So 8 lakh students qualifying to become MBBS doctors, only 50,000 seats available. Now this is a dream of the youngsters to become a doctor. It's not something that's the aspiration. It's a dream. They have been dreaming about this for past 12 years. They have worked hard at it. I know, I'll give an example of a student we had, Ramesh, I'll not say the last name, but Mr. Ramesh. This youngster got 97.8% in his intermediate exam. He secured a score of 438 in NEET, which is a big score. He ran pillar to post throughout the length and breadth of India. He could not get a seat in MBBS. What is the alternative? Some people say take a long term. I have seen people taking long-term wasting an entire year, and yet they could only improve their ranks or their marks by 10 marks or 20 marks or 100 marks maximum. Now this Ramesh approached us, and we put him into a university in Kazakhstan, and he is now a second year student, very well off, English medium, all excellent accommodation, 5-star treatment, and MBBS degree, which is recognized not just by Medical Council of India, which is now called National Commission of Medicine. It is recognized by FMGE, it is recognized by United States, it is recognized by United Kingdom and all European countries. So why do students go? The students go because they do not have an opportunity in their own country. And they are going to countries which are well developed, which have a syllabus which is very well developed, exactly the syllabus of India. As a matter of fact, the teaching methodology is much better in several colleges. I'm not saying all colleges. Several colleges in India. They use audio-visual media. They use English medium language. They use practicals. They have attached hospitals. They are government hospitals. And the best part is they are highly subsidized by the government. In India, assume that the student qualifies for NEET, gets 300-400 score marks. He gets 90% plus marks in intermediate. And if he is trying to get an admission in India, out of the 50,000 seats, possibly 25% is reserved, is management quota or NRI quota, whatever you call it. The fees ranges from around 20 lakhs to 25 lakhs per annum, per year, just the tuition fees. We are not talking about donations. We are not talking about capitation fees, which is extra. In other words, a middle class family, a lower middle class family, a child from that family who aspires to become a doctor has to shell out anywhere between 1.5 crores to 2 crore rupees to complete his MBBS in India if he is watching for a private seat, a management quota seat. Unless a student scores more than 600 marks out of 720 NEET and gets a free seat in government colleges, in private colleges, there is no opportunity for Indian youngsters to become good doctors, and we need doctors. India needs doctors. On average, the UNO says that we need to have at least 2 doctors per 1,000 people. We don't have that. We are not even reached 1%. If you include Ayurvedic students, possibly we are reaching 1%, nearly 0.9%. So India needs doctors. And a lot of youngsters have aspirations, boys and girls, to become MBBS doctors. So this idea that they don't qualify and hence they go abroad is wrong. Number 2, the methodology of teaching in European countries, Eastern Europe, in China, is based on the US system, which is the entire 5-year course is divided into 10 semesters, and the exam is conducted after every semester. So it makes education more of a learning experience than memorizing experience. Sometimes we'll talk about it in a later video. Secondly, another point which was being raised is in Eastern Europe, in Kazakhstan for example, in Georgia, the fees are highly subsidized. The total cost to do MBBS in India from a private college, from management quota, comes, as I said, to 1.5 crores, that too paid in advance. In these Eastern European countries and in China, the total cost will range anywhere between 25 to 30 lakhs, which includes tuition fees, food, hostel accommodation, excellent hostel accommodation, air-conditioned hostel accommodation, excellent food, and tuition fees, that is college fees. And the total cost might come to 25 to 30 lakhs. Maximum, if you go to Georgia, it might exceed around 40 lakh rupees. But again, that 25 lakhs is not to be paid on one go. It is paid yearly. In other words, maximum 5 to 6 lakhs rupees per annum is expenses, which includes everything: food, accommodation, and the fees. So why should not they aspire to become doctors? And it's 100% English medium. Hospitals are attached to do their practical work, that is CS. Now, another place I saw on WhatsApp University is students doing MBBS abroad have to do another internship after serving there for 6 years, 5 years of education, 1 year internship. They have to come back to India and do another 1 year's internship. This is wrong. Absolutely wrong. As I said, I can say from experience, I have been doing this for the past 16 years. The total education, MBBS, is for 5 years, very similar to what India is. 1 year internship, the student has the option of doing that internship in the country where he has done his 5 years, or he can come back to India and do his 1 year internship from government hospitals. I am right now sitting in Hyderabad. I have several students who are doing their internship in Usmania Hospital. So it's the same. The total length of education is just 6 years. Someone sent me on WhatsApp that 6 plus 3 plus 1, I don't know what kind of calculation is that, on what basis. So my contention is this: please do not say things which are incorrect. You are making a lot of aspirants, lot of youngsters who aspire to become doctors. You are creating a situation of uncertainty, which is wrong. I'm not doing a marketing job here. I'm just clarifying what the fact is. One more factor which has been mentioned normally is that FMGE, Foreign Medical Graduate Exam, which is also called as screening test. Yes, I do agree that every student who does his MBBS in foreign country has to come back to write an exam which is a licensing exam, which is 300 marks, 150 marks is the passing marks to get a license to practice, which is a practice in all over the world. All over the world. If you want to go and work in Saudi Arabia, you have to write the MOH, Ministry of Health exam. You want to go to United States, you have to write the USMLE exam. So this is a licensing exam. I have known and I know of a lot of my students who have passed their FMGE, Foreign Medical Graduate Exam, or the screening test in their first attempt. Yes, the percentage of passing this FMGE has been low previously. But now that this examination has, earlier the exam used to be conducted in Delhi, in National Board of Examination Center. Students had to go to Delhi and write physical examination. Now it has become pro-metric, in the sense you can write the exam in your own city online. Now, having said this, let me give you a last bit of information. This FMGE, Foreign Medical Graduate Exam, that F has been dropped. By the new regulation of National Commission for Medicine, students who have taken admission MBBS in India or abroad, it doesn't matter whether they are studying in Europe, Eastern Europe, China, it does not matter, or in India, in Indian Medical College. Everyone who has taken admission 2019 and later, they will have to write an exam in 2024 onwards, which will be a common exam, which will be called as NEXT or NEET. Now this exam will be a combination of all the three, of the FMGE, which was only for foreign students, now it will also be for Indian students. It will be also PG set, that is post-graduation common entrance test, that is also combined into it. It's also called an exit exam or the next exam. So in other words, by the year 2024, it will be a level playing field. So that contention that students coming from foreign countries hardly have 10 to 12 percentage is again a misnomer. And take it from me that according to National Commission for Medicine, even that is not required. They will have to write the exam along with all the Indian students. So my contention finally is, please do not be misled by what is being said by a minister or what is being said by people. Research for yourself, Google for yourself. There's Google available to you, and find out that the aspirations, the dream of become a doctor of a lot of Indians, we have a big population of around 8 lakhs Indians who qualify to get into MBBS but do not have the opportunity in India, is when they look at opportunities elsewhere. If India can provide a number of seats, I will be the first person to watch for that. That yes, if the number of seats in India, the number of medical colleges in India increases, why should anyone go abroad? Finally, you should understand that these universities, this unfortunate incident happened in Ukraine, this can happen anywhere in the world. Our sympathies are with the youngsters there and other students from other countries who are stuck in Ukraine. Our prayer is for them so that they can come out as early as possible and the war itself ceases. War will not be beneficial for anyone in the mankind, but please be assured that doing MBBS abroad is the alternative for youngsters who have qualified to NEET, have secured good marks intermediate, but they couldn't secure a seat in India. And that is the reason why youngsters with aspirations and dreams aspire to do the MBBS abroad. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.